Oh, you frightened me. Why aren't you in the dormitory?
You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
All right. I wouldn't mind some wine.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad.
Brother? What on earth are you wearing? This is a
I was feeling a bit queasy.
Brother, save your excuses for someone else. This is your... You were somewhere you shouldn't.
Very well.
You have a weapon.
Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yorick will fetch more.
Salve, Domine. What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
What are you doing here?
What does it look like? Drinking?
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I, you'll understand.
But you're the cicators. You're the ones meant to be keeping order here. How can gambling and drinking be a fitting part of a monk's life?
If you really want to know, see for yourself.
All right. Have it your way.
What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steed. What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are errands to run.
Where'd you get the wine from? I thought the monastery cellars were guarded.
So they are, but this wine isn't from the monastery. Listen, lad, would you help us out with something? This cask is almost empty, and we need a new one. We're a bit old for such exertions. But you, on the other hand...
I'll help you. What do I need to do?
Ha! I knew it. Help Novice Yodok arrange for a new cask. Talk to him first thing in the morning, and by tomorrow night the cask can be on the table.
All right, I'll talk to him. Let's play!
Just the man we've been waiting for. My friend, so, let's play. Ah, down the hatch.
Every goblet shrieks, isn't that the truth?
No wonder. With our throats going dry all day.
Next time we'll get the honor to bring some rye.
What trouble?
Ah,
About... Thank you for...
And our boundless self.
You and your novices, you will toast to our future
Ah, this looks like the Saracen language.
This is not a good time for...
Not now, brother.
Someone's been poking around in here. I feel quite hungry.
Delay, warnings, grumbling, or rejection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God. who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on the spirit of silence. Let us do
Brother?
what it says.
Where were you during Mass? Don't tell me you didn't know that Holy Mass is the foundation on which your life here is
I
built.
was mute and was humbled and kept silence even from good things. Here the
I had other affairs that needed to be attended to immediately. It will never happen again.
Really? Fine then. Brother, you were somewhere you shouldn't have been. Don't you know your...
Therefore, since this spirit of silence so important, permission to speak should rarely be granted even
Yes.
to perfect disciples.
Ah, this looks like the Saracen language. Ibn al-Hassan. That's who I'm looking for. Avicenna.
No wonder. You've seen us drinking here, so either join in or swear you won't tell a soul. You won't want to end up like Lucas now, would you?
All right. I wouldn't mind some wine.
That's more like it. Sit down and have a drink, my lad. Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yorick will fetch more.
What troubles you?
Salve. Be well.
What are you doing here?
What does it look like, drinking?
But we're all monks.
Youngster, when you're as old as I, you'll understand.
But you're the cicators. You're the ones meant to be keeping order here. How can gambling and drinking be a fitting part of a monk's life?
Well, if you really want to know, see for yourself.
All right. Have it your way.
I'll say one thing, bro.
What is it, bro?
You mentioned Yodok. What does he do for you?
Well, nothing much. He's just a little suckling like you. He'll do whatever it takes to stay on our good side. Sometimes we make use of him when there are errands to run.
Where'd you get the wine from? I thought the monastery cellars were guarded.
So they are. But this wine isn't from the monastery. Listen, lad, would you help us out with something? This cask is almost empty and we need a new one. We're a bit old for such exertions, but you, on the other hand...
I'm sorry, brothers, but I don't want to do that.
You're happy to drink with us, but not to fetch the wine, is that it? What kind of a friend are you? The cask will soon run out, and then you'll change your mind.
Where'd you... I'll help. Thank you.
What's there left?
Praise be to...
Let's play.
What's there left to drink to?
To our fresh young novices, our swift steeds, and our boundless sellers.
You and your novices, you old pervert. A toast to our future abbot.
I'll drink.
What do you desire?
Talk to me, brother.
Peace be with you.
Grigor.
What are you doing here? But you...
Praise be to our Lord Jesus.
Quite right, brother. Just sit down and drink with us. When the wine runs out, Yorick will fetch more. What is it?
You meant... What? Oh.
I'll say one.
Ah,
Let's play!
I'll say one thing, brother. This wine would grace the Pope's table. Well,
No, clear off. Let me sleep. No. Clear off. Let me sleep. No. Clear off. Let me sleep. Ugh. Leave me be.
What would you like?
I'm interested. What can you... Sounds like you don't have much time for him.
I wouldn't trust him as far as I could throw him. Believe me, Gregor. He's hiding something from us.
What? I'm...
What troubles you? This is not a...
What's this? Someone's been poking around in here.
This is not a good time for
This is not a good time.
Can't you see we're up?
What troubles you?
I'm interested. What? I'd like to ask... Well, that's all.
What would you like?
I was talking last night with the brother Cicators. It seems you're to fetch them a cask of wine. Like last time.
Well...
Look, brother, I don't like what's going on here.
Just imagine you're a fresh novice, and some elder brother offers you friendship and asks you to do him a service. Nothing too big. Just a cask of wine for the nighttime revelries.
A monk who steals wine so other monks can get drunk?
The Circator brothers are exemplary monks. A little nocturnal fun can't be a sin. Just tell me, how would you have acted? Would you rather have the Circators as friends or enemies?
I choose their friend. I'm sorry, but
I thought you said you preferred to have...
I can't sell...
You'll change it.
What do you desire, Brother Gregor?
Obedience will be acceptable to God and pleasing to men only if what is commanded is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God. For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs, not necessarily with his lips but simply in his heart, then even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God.
I'd like to know something. What can you tell me about Siskin?
Not a lot.
Are you joking? Don't you know anyone at all here?
Why should I?
I'd have thought you might want to know who you'll be spending the rest of your life with. I definitely do. In fact, I probably already know more about them than you do.
Don't.
Therefore, the brethren should be occupied
I'd like to know-
certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end, we think that the time
In the night, I overheard the cicadas in the cellar. They were talking about you.
So it's still not over. This isn't a life and service of God. This is purgatory.
Lucas, what's going on?
What do you think? Just like you, I saw the cicadas drinking and playing hazard as if they were in a brothel.
After the 6th hour, having left the table, let them rest on their beds in perfect silence. Or if anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in
We
such
should
a
report
way
them.
as not to disturb anyone
I agree.
else. Let none ere be said
I
to
warned
gather
them if they
early
didn't stop,
at
I'd
the
go and
middle
tell
of
the
the 8th
prior.
hour,
But
and let them
instead of
again
mending
what
their
work has
ways,
to
they
be done
vented
until
their anger on
Christmas.
me.
Weak or
You've picked the
sickly
wrong
brethren
people
should
to
be
make
assigned
enemies of,
tasks
Lucas,
or
they
craft
told me.
of such a nature
Now, I
as to
can't
keep
even
them from
count how many
idleness
days and
and
nights I've
save
spent locked
time
up in
from
solitary
overburdening
confinement
them,
for the
or drive
tiniest
away
offences,
excessive
or for no offence
Their
at all.
weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings on humility. The first degree of humility is obedience without delay.
Is there something I
This
can
is the
do to help?
virtue of those who hold
Would you?
nothing dearer to them than Christ.
I think all it might take is for you to go and sit down with them, have a talk, set things straight, then they'd leave me alone.
As soon as anything has been ordered by the
I'm
superior,
afraid even this
receive it
path
as a
leads
divine
nowhere.
command,
They'd
and
probably
do not
start
suffer
hounding
any
you as well.
delay in executing it. But this
I'm not
very
afraid of them.
obedience will be acceptable to God
Brother,
and pleasing
you have the
to
courage I
God,
lack.
only if what
May
is
the grace of
commanded
God be
is
upon
done
you.
without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness, grumbling, or objection. For the obedience
Will you tell me
given to
something about
superiors
yourself?
is given to
Guy,
God.
there's
For if the
nothing I can
disciple
tell you.
obeys with an ill
I mean,
will
where
and
you're
murmurs,
from, what
not
sort of life you had
necessarily
before,
with his
that
lips,
sort of
but
thing.
simply in his
I'm
heart.
a novice,
And
and
even
my
though he
monastic
fulfills
name
the
is
commandments,
Lucas.
yet
Nothing
his
else
word
matters.
will not be acceptable to God, who sees that his heart is murmuring, and far from gaining a reward.
You see,
for
I'm
such
looking
work
for
as
someone
this,
here.
he will incur the
You're
punishment
looking
due
for
to
someone?
murmurers
But you're a
unless he
novice,
amends
aren't you?
and make
I am a novice.
satisfaction.
At least until I find the man
Rule
I'm
of
looking
Saint
for.
Benedict.
Why would you be
Readings on
looking
humility.
amongst monks?
The first degree
You
of
know, the
humility
laws
is
of man
obedience
aren't
without
valid
delay.
here. In the
This
cloister,
is
we're
the
subject to
virtue of
divine
those who
law,
hold
the law of
nothing
the
dearer to
church.
them than
I'm looking
Christ,
for a footpad
who,
who's
because
hiding
of
out
the
here in the
holy
monastery.
service they have professed,
He had a hand in
fear of
raising the
hell
Neuhoff
and the
farm.
glory of life
He's taken many
everlasting.
lives.
As soon as
Aye,
anything is
I
ordered by
heard
the
something
superior,
about that.
receive
But
it as a
why are
divine
you telling me all
command,
this?
and cannot
Because you
suffer
could help
any
me.
delay in
It has to be one of the other
but
novices.
this very
That
obedience will
can't
acceptable
be.
to God and
Have you told the
pleasing
prior?
man only
What are you going to
if
do
what
to
is
this man
commanded
once you find him?
is done without hesitation. Delay, lukewarmness,
Talk to him.
grumbling, or
I-
objection. For the obedience given to superiors is given to God.
Will you tell me?
For if the disciple obeys with an ill will and murmurs,
You see,
not
I-
necessarily with his lips, but simply in his heart,
talk.
then
Do you?
even though he fulfills the command, yet his work will not be acceptable to God, who sees that his heart is murmuring. And far from gaining a reward for such work as this, he will incur the punishment due to murmurers, unless he amend and make satisfaction. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual labor. Idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred reading. To that end, we think that the times for each will be prescribed as follows. From Easter
Talk to me, brother.
calends of October. When they come out from divine devoting, let them labor at whatever is necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the 4th hour until about the 6th, let them apply themselves
Will you tell me?
Look, nothing against you.
after the 6th hour having left.
Are you hiding something?
I'm hiding. I.
Anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else. Let none ere be seen
What about the dagger?
early at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done until vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned task or craft of such a nature
Tell me more.
idleness,
That-
at the same time not overburden them, drive them from excessive toil. Their weakness must be taken into consideration by the abbot. The rule of Saint Benedict, readings of the spirit of silence. Let us do what the prophet says. I said, I will guard my ways, that I may not sink with my tongue. I have
You're right.
by that
Knowledge should never be prohibited.
I'm glad you agree. Just take a look at the book. Maybe you'll be able to make some... Just please don't tell anyone.
What kind of a... I'll leave you be. We look. Tell me more about.
It's that.
Actually, I'm still. What can you tell me about Lucas?
It's a tricky situation with Lucas. No one really knows anything about him. I've tried so many times to talk to him, but he always backs away like a virgin on a wedding night.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on daily manual labor. Idleness is the enemy
That's all.
of the soul. Therefore, the brethren should be occupied at certain...
In the middle of the night, I saw the brother Circators drinking and playing dice.
How marvellous. Did you join in? More importantly, can I join in next time?
Siskin? I thought it wasn't allowed.
If the Circators can, we all can.
That's not how it works, though, is it?
I know. A double standard. The elder brothers can do as they please, but they're the ones preaching about morality to us.
After the 6th hour having left the table, let them rest on their beds in perfect silence, or if anyone may perhaps want to read, let him read to himself in such a way as not to disturb anyone else. Let none be said rather early, at the middle of the 8th hour, and let them again do what work has to be done until vespers. Weak or sickly brethren should be assigned...
About that magic potion from the forbidden books. What do you plan on doing with it?
I don't really know yet. Perhaps one day I'll concoct it and try it out.
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the spirit of silence.
Would you share the recipe with me?
You don't even have to ask. That's thanks to you I have it. Listen, old wives' ointment, which witches use upon the Sabbath, and therein damn their souls to the devil. Prepare oil, a fistful of marigold, a fistful of belladonna, and a fistful of lover's knot. Boil the lover's knot for one turn. Drop the ground marigold in the cauldron and boil for another turn. Drop the ground belladonna into the cauldron and boil for another turn.
Sounds quite poisonous.
And it probably is, but I'm interested to find out what it does.
About that magic potion from the forbidden books.
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual...
About that magic potion from the forbidden books.
We do not permit a disciple to open his mouth. The rule of Saint Benedict.
Let's change the subject.
Readings on the abbot. Therefore, when anyone receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold teaching. That is to say, he should show them all that is good and holy, by his deeds even more than by his words, expounding the Lord's commandments in words to the intelligent among his disciples, but demonstrating the divine precepts by his actions for those of harder hearts and ruder minds. The abbot should always remember what he is and what he is called, and should know that to whom more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no distinction of persons in the monastery. Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes to the faults of offenders, Knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death. The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the abbot.
Talk to me, brother.
Anyone who receives the name of abbot, he ought to govern his disciples with a twofold.
I'm interested. What?
That is to say, he should show them all
But
that is
peace.
good and holy, by his deeds even more.
Ah, Gregor.
Expounding the Lord's commandments in words to
What troubles you?
among his disciples.
I've discovered something about.
I see. Tell me more.
For those of harder hearts and ruder minds, the abbot should always remember what he is, and
The older brother.
and should know that to whom
This.
more is committed, from him more is required. Let him make no decision.
That's all I know.
If you find out.
Let him not love one more than another, unless it be one whom he finds better in good works or in obedience. And let him not shut his eyes
Here's the book you want.
to offenders, but since he has the authority, let him cut out those faults by the roots as soon as they begin to appear.
I'd be interested in finding out the background.
That's a strange wish you have.
Well disposed,
And the only ones who know everything about the novices are the abbot and the prior. They keep a record of every monk in the abbot's book, but you'll never get your hands on it. It's locked up in the prior's study.
Thanks. You've helped me immensely.
No, thank you. About that book.
knowing that it is written, the fool is not corrected with words. And again, beat your
I've discovered.
son with the rod, and you will deliver his soul from death.
That's all I know.
The rule of Saint idleness is the enemy of the soul. Therefore, the brethren
Gregor.
should be occupied at certain times in manual labor, and again at fixed hours in sacred places. To that end, we think of a time for each to be prescribed as follows. From Easter until the calends of October.
What troubles you?
When they come out from prime in the morning, let them labor at whatever is necessary until about the 4th hour. And from the...
What trouble?
I found... Oh, oh, would you like me to put the book back together again?
Absolutely.
Good. Can you tell me... Where should I look?
If I...
Is it possible...
Oh.
I found a few...
What trouble?
The rule of Saint Benedict. Readings on the Spirit. I said, guard my ways.
What would... I'm looking...
Talk to...
What do you...
For speaking and teaching belong to the master. The disciples' part is to be silent and to listen. And for that reason, if anything has to be asked of the superior, it should be asked with all the humility and submission inspired by reverence. But as for coarse jests and idle words, or words that move to laughter, these we condemn everywhere with a perpetual ban. And for such conversation, we do not permit a disciple to open his mouth.
Talk to...